Hello, this is another episode of Can't Argue with That. I'm Alfonso.
And it's your boy Ryan.
We can't argue with that. Man, so obviously we're going to do a little NBA episode.
Oh yeah.
Browse from the NBA just a little bit.
Oh yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Something happened in the last couple of weeks.
Everything happened in the last couple of weeks, but I know that LA got a ship.
But I thought it was Clip City, Chip City, man. What happened?
Well, see, what had happened was they got somebody named Pandemic P.
Oh, Lemon Pepper Lou.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
Man, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on.
Most definitely. And, we made it through the bubble successfully.
Yeah.
Had the season on time.
On time.
Because remember when we, on the page, I did a little poll.
Yeah, and most of the people thought that the season wasn't really gonna last, it seemed like.
I mean, I don't want to talk about COVID, but COVID's the unbeaten assailant. You know what I mean? Like, no one's beat COVID to this point, except Trump. I'm sorry.
Too soon, man. Too soon. Too soon. But yes, just as Fawn said, the Lakers are champions again.
It's a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. And it's been a rough 2020. You know, it all started off with our boy Kobe. But,
Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. You are missed. You are loved.
Absolutely.
And I never knew you'd be missed this much.
Yeah, but Lakers held it down, came through, got this chip. And, dude, I say, it feels real good.
Exactly.
It feels real good.
It does feel real good. It does feel real good.
Yeah.
Really good. So I got a question for you. Let's just break this open.
Yes, sir. So get into it.
Let's not rest on our laurels,
Okay.
Let's not rest on
you know.
So coming up next year, whenever that season should officially start,
Okay.
do we have an official date yet?
Right now we're looking at December 22nd, it looks like.
Okay.
December 22nd.
Oh,
okay.
That's pretty quickly.
It's really quick. It's not a lot of time for those players who lasted until the championship. But I guess Kawhi and George Paul could probably use some rest, all right? So they're probably good. You think?
That wasn't too bad of a shot. I thought you were gonna come from playoff peak.
No.
So
too early for all that.
So my question for you is:
Yes, sir.
is who is our biggest threat on the East? We got a lot of teams rebuilding.
Okay.
So who's our biggest threat on the East?
Next year, I would say, if I had to pick a team coming back strong next year, I'm actually going to go with the Celtics.
Oh wow! I did not expect that.
I know.
So Brad, you got Brad
is a pretty good coach. You got Brad. I mean, they got Tatum, Brown, Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Hayward should be healthier. Kimba should come back healthier, and they're probably gonna get like a real center with some size.
Exactly.
I mean, I can see that.
Get Al Horford back.
No, they don't want that old thing back. They don't want that old thing back.
I don't think the 76ers want that new thing.
I don't think the 76ers don't want that new thing either, right?
No, but he'll play like a big man this year, I think.
Yeah.
And Al Horford at least.
Yeah.
So I think that they'll be good. But let's not get on that topic yet.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, sir. So how about on the West?
West, I'm gonna say the threat coming out next year. I'm gonna go with the team we played in Western Conference Finals. Man, I gotta go with the Nuggets.
Okay.
Jokic is that dude. I was thoroughly impressed. I know that the Clippers were impressed. Murray was awesome. He took this major leap last year, but the most important reason why I think the Nuggets are going to be the threat, Michael Porter Jr. He just actually got through his first season, and I really do think that he's going to be something special. He's going to be a problem real soon. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm thinking. What about you, man? Who's your threat out west?
Well, out east.
Or excuse me,
I'm surprised that you didn't say this. I just want to go start with East because I was like, you didn't say this? But I'm going to most definitely go ahead and say the Nets.
The Nets? Okay.
Of course, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just everybody. I mean, just the obvious, you know what I mean?
But I want you
Kevin
to
Durant's the ultimate matchup in NBA history, in my opinion. Like, honestly, every time I go on my page or on our page, and I see somebody post one of those little, this player versus this player, I always go for Kevin Durant because there's nobody in history that can guard him.
Whoever he's going up against is not 7 feet.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's not as quick as him, not as strong as him, not as fast as him, and can't guard that wet.
Right. But I do have a question for you though.
Yes, sir.
Are you not a little bit concerned about his Achilles injury though? I mean, we saw what that injury did to Kobe.
Yeah.
And this is Kobe didn't have any serious injuries prior, as you know. Durant had already missed an entire season due to he broke his foot maybe 4 or 5 years ago. He sat out the season. Yeah. So are you not concerned? I'm
not concerned. Just to be honest with you, the new medicine, the new capabilities that medicine has puts the return rate for Achilles greater than 95%.
Okay.
As well as, I'm not sure the numbers on re-injuring it, but I'm pretty sure that the numbers on re-injuring isn't too high. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's a doubt. I thought you were gonna ask me about the coach or something like that, but no, I don't. If the question is KD, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
The question is Kyrie. I got a load of questions.
I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, because
got a lot of follow-up questions.
Yeah, because chemistry goes a long way, and he seems to be the anti-chemist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like wherever he goes, something goes wrong, except for LeBron, and that just stayed together because winning cures everything. Oh, LeBron's winning?
But apparently it didn't there because they won and he won it out.
Yeah. Well, he was just like, LeBron on the Heat. He was like, I learned how to win on my own, not LeBron. I learned how to win on my own, so we don't have to worry about me learning how to win anywhere else. Just put me on my Celtics. Right. Let me take over the team. Oh, I can't. That's not my team. Oh, y'all doing better without me?
Oh, y'all better without me?
KD! You trying to go to this? You trying to go to these Nets?
Right.
That's really how I see it happening.
And also to your point, and I actually think the Nets are a really good team. They're probably they would have been my second choice to come off the East.
Okay. No Miami Heat?
The Heat are third.
Okay. All right.
But the thing about it is, when you think about the Nets were a playoff team without Kyrie, without KD. So you add Kyrie and KD to a playoff team.
Yep.
That's pretty solid squad, But
Yeah,
what about your team out? Your team out west though.
Well, I'm going. I'm always old school.
Old school. Okay.
And at this point, this is an old school pick now because their dynasty was constructed over 5 years ago.
Okay.
So, but what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors have every main piece coming back. They don't have any other bench players coming back like Andre or anything like that. But however, their nucleus is set.
Got Curry.
Yeah. Clay, Dre, all of them are set, and they still got Looney coming off the bench. So they're going to be straight. I don't see any doubts. And Looney, honestly, being real with you, Looney is one of those players that is going to be a late bloomer. I think that he's going to be one of the better centers in the league.
Okay.
Being honest with you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I can go with that. Okay.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So, speaking of Golden State,
okay.
They have a little draft pick. I mean, they're already set, in my opinion.
Okay.
But they have another draft pick hanging around. Do you think that they should go ahead and trade that said draft pick, or go ahead and, what should they do? What should they do?
With the second pick in the draft, the Golden State Warriors select. I'm gonna say that they should trade the pick,
for future or
for a player right now who is capable of helping them win right now.
Kyle Korver.
Korver couldn't help LeBron versus them 5 years ago. I don't know about today. But sort of like a win now player. Names that come to mind, maybe Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal's coming to us. LA.
Listen. Hey,
he's rumored to go somewhere else too. Where else was he rumored to go to?
To most teams looking to add a player like the Nets, the Nuggets, something like that.
Yeah, the Nets, and they were talking about the Nets. The Nets.
Yeah, but I really do think Warriors should trade the picks. They should look for help right now because their championship windows right now, as you know, Draymond, Clay, Curry, they're all over 30. So.
Everyone made it to the bubble, made it through the bubble.
Okay.
Successfully.
Okay.
On time.
On time.
Except we had a few problems with Clippers, and we had a big problem with the Rockets.
What?
Daniel House.
Daniel House?
Yeah, Daniel House. And
Man.
guess what? His wife.
During the Lakers series,
During the Lakers series.
Because this wasn't during the this was a preseason. This wasn't a regular season game.
Oh, so one of his testers, one of the COVID testers.
COVID tester.
Go ahead.
So apparently during the Lakers series, the Rockets were playing the Lakers. There was a hang up, a snafu, would you call it, or
Snafu. I like that.
What's the Will and Jada?
Entanglement.
Entanglement. Would you dare to say one of those between Daniel House and one of the COVID testers who happened to be female? I'm not making any insinuations, but she was in his room, and I guess that was against protocol. And
guess what?
That's all that we know.
Guess what?
What's that?
While LeBron gained the ring, Daniel House may have lost the ring.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Because she did the equivalent of breaking up. You know how they do. When any player gets signed to a team or there's grumblings about him signing to a team, he unfollows his initial team and follows his new team.
Yeah.
She unfollowed him.
Yeah. So.
I don't know who she followed in lieu of him, but...
Lemon Pepper Lou, you think?
Oh, no, he's in a strip club. She don't
Those
follow
are
him
rumors.
like that. She don't follow like a gamer or something like that. You know what I mean?
Start with that or whatever. You know.
Yeah, but anyway, I got on this segue to tell you about the teams that either need to rebuild or may need to let's stay together.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay,
So let's talk about the Rockets first and foremost. So they're down. Well, Daniel House is down a ring as well as he's down a coach. No D'Antoni.
Oh, I do have to say. We do have to say it though. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we had a show. Who is on the Rockets?
Westbrook.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's good to say it again.
That sounds good. Can we do it one more time? Sorry.
Who that?
Westbrook.
Okay.
That's his favorite player.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
is.
All right. So
What should the Rockets do this offseason? Should they blow it up? Should they stay together, as you would say?
Yeah.
Stay together. So they got Harden, former league MVP.
Yeah.
Westbrook, former league MVP.
Daniel House.
I
didn't say that. I mean, honestly, I think that they should stick together. I think that they need a coach, obviously. Obviously, they know they need a coach better than anyone.
Right.
But I have an interesting take on that.
Okay.
Stan Van Gundy recently, breaking news, was signed as the Pelicans head coach.
Okay.
I think that's a great signing.
It is a great signing.
But one notation that I noticed, he has the exact same win percentage as his brother.
Jeff?
Yeah, they have the same win percentage. Plus, Stan Van Gundy, Jeff Van Gundy, well, both of them been on TV, but Jeff Van Gundy's voice is fresh in our hearts.
By the way, they both do a really good job on television.
Oh, they're great.
That's actually a loss on
great.
our side.
He's talking to Mark about, breaking down plays.
He's on the forefront of everybody's mind,
Exactly.
game in, game out.
And guess what?
What's that?
If you take out that win percentage and put it smack dab in the middle of the coach's win percentages right now, he's 8th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just saying.
How many teams are there?
30.
How many? What do you have to be? You have to be the top 16 to get in the playoffs, right?
Okay.
So he's in the playoffs.
Basically, he's like a playoff caliber coach.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I got a hot take for you guys.
What's that?
All right. So
Talk to him.
you know how he's, and like John Gruden, you know what I mean? Like John Gruden got his head coaching job strictly off of the media, and of course his championship, but his winning percentage wasn't that great. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have many accolades other than the championship. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry, but anyway, this is a basketball show. But my hot take is that I think that through their dynamic personality, through their personalities and their chemistry, I think he's going to get Mark Jackson on the coaching staff.
Mark is back in the game. It's been a long time coming.
So
We've been waiting.
You heard it here first on Can't Argue with That. Jeff Van Gundy is the pending head coach of the Houston Rockets.
And Mark Jackson will be on the coaching staff.
Bam.
Okay.
Can't argue with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I say.
So what you're saying is the Rocket situation is going to be like the Clippers situation when Doc Rivers' assistant lead coach was Tyronn Lue, setting him up. So he gonna set up, Jeff Van's gonna set up Mark Jackson that way too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, well, speaking of the Clippers are also a team that had a major letdown.
Mm-hmm.
The richest owner in sports, Steve Ballmer, was not happy about it, to say the least.
He was not.
He got Doc up out of there.
Quickly.
And Mr. Tyronn Lue.
Hey, they say, you can either say that you quit, or that you can say whatever you want, but you gotta go home. That's how I think that went out. Like we're gonna get you off respectfully,
right?
But you're off.
right.
Yes,
so
sir.
Tyronn Lue is gonna be the new coach of the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're our next team that's facing the crossroads. What do you think the Clippers should do, and will Tyronn Lue make the difference? Let me start the first question like this. Mm-hmm. Will Kawhi and PG both be on the roster at the start of next season?
Most definitely not. And you called it as soon as you heard of this arrangement. You said that Playoff P is not that guy, and they're going to realize it. And guess what?
I was right.
You were right. You told the truth. You told the future.
Like I said it from the outset, we're going to have to do some research and go all the way back to our page and repost that because I was that right.
Yeah, honestly, he had a devout hate. Like, you know how everyone is tripping on Playoff P now because he actually said I'm Playoff P. Yeah. So with that being said, everyone's tripping on him now, but this guy really started it. Like he was every time I said anything about Playoff P or said anything about him doing well or anything about the Pacers Playoff P or anything, he would say, stop, Playoff P. I was like, wow. And as I saw the memes come out, I was like, man, Ryan's
got a field day.
Ryan's loving this right
Field day.
But I don't have, this is just an aside. I don't have much to pile on him, but I don't respect Tyronn Lue, not because of the Iverson step, but I don't respect Tyronn Lue because of that nervous breakdown. And I don't want to clown anybody for having a nervous breakdown, but I figure that if you are a coach of any team,
but it is a lot to coach King James.
It is.
Stressful.
It is. I understand that. Especially how he used to be to honest with you.
You saw when he first got the Cavs job, his hair was black, and then it's just gray.
Like Barack Obama.
Yeah, just like Barry.
Yeah, but that was 8 years.
8.5 months?
No, exactly. That was Tyronn Lue was 8.5 months. Yeah. Barack Obama had 8 years, so or 7. You know what I mean? Like that's right. Okay. But let's move on. Let's move on to something that we talked about earlier. We talked about our boy Al Horford and the 76ers, and so
Sixers have a new coach now too, don't they?
Yeah.
Formerly of the Clippers, Doc Rivers going to be coach of the Sixers.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he wants to move over to the East.
Okay. Back to the East.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is where the tough decision comes in.
What do you say?
When it comes down to it, they've got 2 franchise players, right? Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid, player who has troubles with his stomach, and
the bird flu,
and troubles with staying healthy. And then you got the other franchise player, Ben Simmons, who refuses to shoot outside of 5 feet. Yeah. So I ask you, would you keep them together this season, or just go ahead? You've seen enough and break it up and start brand new.
Well, the case is that when anyone gets a new car, they want to drive it.
Okay.
They want to put it to the max speed. So Doc Rivers wants to put this car to the max speed and see if he can handle it. That's a terrible analogy, but you know what I mean. Like I figure that he wants to see.
He wants to see for himself. He wants to see what it is.
As well as I know exactly what the case is. He's like, hey, that's gonna do worlds for our spacing if Ben Simmons only shoots 3 outside shots a game. You know what I mean?
It would actually do a lot.
Yeah, like he doesn't have to make
if he took 1 jump shot per quarter.
Yeah, it's got to be outside the paint.
Outside the paint, bro. Just put it up.
Yeah. So honestly, if he can coach him, and that seems like it's a simple fix, but apparently it's not.
Apparently it's not because he refuses to do it. It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen on that basketball court.
And
he
gets like him personally, he gets space because he's got handles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got the ability to back his man down because he's bigger than 95% of the 99% of the point guards. You know what I mean? Like so. I'm thinking that if we can get him coached to the point where he can shoot at least 3 threes a game, and I'm being on the small side, 3 threes a game, then their spacing is going to do tremendously as well as they get Al Horford to actually play like a big man.
Okay.
Inside, outside.
Okay.
That's all they need.
Okay.
Doc Rivers is going to be set, suited and booted, and he's going to make it to the playoffs at minimum. Eastern Conference Championship pending. I'm thinking that's the Eastern Conference champions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doc is going to make the difference. Doc is going to make the difference.
But that's contradicting myself because I said the Nets.
You said the Nets.
I just said the Nets.
So you're thinking Nets versus Sixers?
Nets versus Sixers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay, Nets, Sixers, Conference Finals.
Yeah. Slight correction.
I like it.
So what's your take on the Sixers? What do you think? What do you think about what I said about the spacing, about Ben Simmons?
If it was me, if I was controlling the roster, I've seen enough of the Joel Embiid and the Ben Simmons pairing. I've already seen that what it is. I know Joel Embiid's new to some, but he missed his first 2.5 seasons. So it's actually his 7th year. He's only played 3, but he's missed 2.5.
Because his stomach was hurt.
His stomach hurt. He hurts. He drinks a lot of Shirley Temples.
Hey.
Apparently that's not very, very good for like a guy. Yeah, what's that?
Those have a lot of sugar. And sugar is like,
it's not good
worse than drugs. You know what I mean? As far as Ben Simmons, I feel like Doc Rivers can correct the 172 games. So he went 3 seasons without making the three-pointer. So I believe that Doc Rivers being the leader of men that he is, he can most definitely coach that out of him. You know what I mean? So
just imagine the possibilities of the court being wide open if Ben just took a couple of jump shots.
Yeah, I mean, if he's actually
ultimate game changer.
Yeah, if he's a threat.
Ultimate game changer.
If he's a threat and Al Horford's playing like a big man, they can play the game inside outside all day. You know what I mean? Like just hesitate. You know what I mean? Just throw up a shot. Like we don't need it to be a great shot. We just need to know that you actually shoot. Like Rondo. Remember when Rondo wasn't a shooter? Rondo, people would kind of back away from Rondo, but they still would guard him.
But eventually, when he started taking a couple of jumpers,
when he started taking jumpers, like he didn't make them, but he took them and made a couple. And what do you know? So most definitely, I think the 76ers.
So what you're saying, though, is that the talent is there. Doc just has to pull it out of them.
Yeah, 76ers or Nets are gonna go ahead and be the
head-to-head
Eastern Conference in the Eastern Conference Finals. Excuse me.
Okay.
I believe that. I believe that. Right now, you're looking at our meme of the week. Going forward, we're gonna have a meme of the week. This is brought to you in part, partially by Chucktown Bar and Grill.
I can't argue with that, yeah.